Hello everyone, and welcome to I guess this is 4. Yeah, this is part 4 of What If Izuku Midoriya was Scorpion. Let's get right into it. Now, actually, let's not. Before we get started, I'm gonna say this. This is how do I say this? A co-ownership series, which means I'm gonna upload an episode. Granted, I slack like a motherfucker when I upload. So if you are watching this and you're like, you find this a bit interesting, go to Selector Wolves spot. Even though you probably I personally don't like his style, but to each their own. Give him a chance. That's the only thing I could tell you. Give this... one moment. Yeah, fuck. What was I forgot what I was saying because I was watching a round of Among Us in the middle of that. Fuck. Well, shit. Fuck, give me another 5 minutes. Yeah, no, I can't remember. Yeah, no, I think it was just about how Selector's stuff not being personally my cup of tea, but it might be one of 111 or 12 of y'all's cup of tea. You understand? I'm saying go check him out. He's trying. He is. He's getting a lot better at what ifs. He does post a lot of updates, which he is redoing what ifs are on the channel. So yeah, those in his eyes were not the best he could do. So just keep that in mind. But other than that, let's dive on in to the 4th Sports Festival. And if you want to figure out what happened there, go talk to homie. Go look at his stuff. But this will probably not have an intro. Why? Because I feel lazy. But yeah, no, for real. I'll use the intro if I feel like I want to, if it fits the series, right? Or if it's somewhat of a cliffhanger episode, I'll play that because it's a bomb intro. It's not as bomb as 12's, but it's still a bomb intro. But yeah. Now let's get right into it. So Izuku is watching the sports festival go down. And Jesus. What happens is pretty simple. Pretty straightforward. Nothing. Izuku did all this setup. All this waiting in the wings and shit. And nothing happened. He had all these drones, he was cloaked up, he was ready to pounce on people. And nothing happened. tell me with a straight face that you like taking hours out of your day and having to run a business as alongside of your vigilante shit, going, well, I did this for nothing. I'll have a fucking pile of paperwork back home. So, Izuku has to fucking regather all of his shit and leave. To go, like, try to, like, patch the holes in the sinking company that is Midoriya Industries, that he needs to get that fucking name changed, which, is up in the air at the moment on what it actually is, like the name. Because if you go back and watch Selector Wolf, he didn't give it a concrete name because he wanted the comment section to figure it out. But what he neglected to realize, nobody comments. Like, and the people that do are like, they just compliment. Like, granted, I love compliments. I appreciate all of them. But, yeah, it's an interesting thing. And when it comes down to it. But, anyways, back to it. Izuku, going back to his location, sitting down and getting all of his little storyboards set up, just making sure, okay, that's all set, just doing the business aspect of running a damn business. Which, granted, Izuku took money from a lot of people. Like, from Kingpin, when he killed him. Which, that happened on one of my episodes. I should probably put those in a playlist. Fuck it, I'm gonna put that in a playlist. Yeah, I'm gonna literally put it in a playlist that just says evens. But, yeah. Izuku kind of just, like, gets absorbed into the legitimacy of a business, like running a damn business by himself. Granted, he does get employees to lighten the load, but fuck, he's running out of money. So, he has been, like, he did put, like, a bug on a very specific pale-haired kid. But, yeah. He goes to realize that, oh, that's just a bar. I don't even think they have money there. That's just a place to where, oh, we gather en masse. No, we just, that's the chill spot. Like, sure, he might sleep, like, above it, but other than that, it's, just a bar. Which, like, when Izuku realized that, he's like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. It's a well-hidden place, but fuck. This is kind of disappointing. Like, Izuku, like, realizes, he never uses the door either. So it's always locked. He would assume, Kodogiri. Little Mr. fucking Mist. But, yeah, Izuku. My thumbs, like, have any of you, like, realized if you play, like, Tuma, That's like shooter games. Like, who, like, Warzone from, Halo 5. That shit, like, if you, like, play the way I do, your thumbs hurt like a motherfucker. And I'm not talking, like, the entirety of the thumb, I'm specifically talking, like, the base of your thumb that, like, meets the palm of your hand, like that knuckle. Yeah, it's fucking weird. But, yeah, Izuku. Damn. But yeah, Izuku, who is, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, Izuku's taking down villains, taking the money from their wallet. Granted, he's still doing good, but, like, people bitch and moan. Like, S.H.I.E.L.D. and them don't like Izuku. Because he's not registered, and to that, he tells them, quite frankly, to fuck off. But, like, they don't really give a fuck. Because in this one, the S.H.I.E.L.D. Registration Act didn't happen because of the quirk registration. And that's it. The only reason. But, after that, Izuku is kind of, well, after he's, like, knocking people out and taking their money, like, just, like, barely scraping by, I'm just down to, like, oh, I'm busting drug deals and shit like that. Izuku is going pretty decent, right? He's not doing enough to, like, get people real pissed off at him, like the big leagues. He's not doing major drug busts yet, but he's doing enough to where he's, like, disrupting some people's business that aren't too big, but aren't small either. Right, they're in that, like, mid-range of we're in pretty deep. We're gun running. So yeah, that and Izuku does take the weapons as well, so he could make modifications and upgrades to his suit, which you could take that however you want to, Selector. That's on you. You could fill them with tranks, or you could fill them with armor-piercing shots. That will kill people. That's all I'm saying. But, but yeah. Izuku, granted, he's, like, catching the ire of, like, mid and low tier crime families, which Izuku does go out and deal with and take their money. Granted, I'm not going into much detail because I'm doing this kind of like an off episode, you know what I mean? Like, how's the business going type thing, because Izuku's business, its main like commodity is technology and technological advancement. And technically, it's not under Izuku's name. So, it's under Michael McDoesn't exist. So, yeah. Izuku's just kind of like shadow running that bitch in the background. No one has really met the CEO, talked to him, that kind of thing. They always like talk through his intern, which clearly has to be the fucking brains of the operation. Which, granted, Izuku has been, like, covering his ass himself recently because of S.H.I.E.L.D. and all of them, like, starting to get kind of fed up. And technically, they only know that Izuku has the suit. The old Scorpion suit that had modifications made to it. But, other than that, they can't, I mean, yeah, sure, they could pin him for having it, like the Scorpion's suit. But they can't pin him for being the Scorpion. You know what I mean? And because they have no evidence that that is Izuku out there. Not yet. It's most likely, but they don't have evidence on it. They need evidence that, hey, he's not just a subsidiary of the Scorpion holding on to the suit and modifying the suit. Which is an important aspect. Because, yeah, sure, like, I get into sometimes law, which, I don't know much about, but I know enough to, like, kind of circumvent certain things. But, yeah, S.H.I.E.L.D., like, David finally, like, starting to get, like, this motherfucker, like, S.H.I.E.L.D. gave some time for Tony to fucking rein him in. And that time is almost up. And he's like, we're not going to be able to rein him in. I think we're going to have to take him in, if you understand what I mean. If that time's up. And, Izuku has been covering some things up. Has been messing with specific files, reorganizing them, and allowing them to simmer a little bit. After all, everyone has a little subsidiary branch that they gotta deal with for resources, all this other shit. But, Izuku's ready to be taken in. Not like taken in like, oh, I'll take you under my wing, little birdie. No, I'm gonna slap cuffs on you, take you in. You're going to Tartarus or the Raft. Choose, like, one of those. Which, Izuku has some common sense. And, like, knows very good lawyers. Lawyers that, A, could, like, circumvent specific things. Well, not circumvent, but talk their way out of a lot of shit. And since Izuku's been, like, cracking down on, like, fairly strong families, killing their leaders, taking all of the money and dipping, causing a fuck ton of infighting. Granted, the villains, well, organized crime in the area specifically is getting rid of itself. That's what's happening in the background to the smaller and mid-tier gangs and mafias that are starting to slowly but surely peter out because they're losing too many people in these, like, wild fucking power grabs. To, like, regain control of the steering wheel to not have them go off the cliff. But, I'm gonna leave this off when the time is up and Izuku had a squad of police break his door down and arrest him for being a vigilante and technically an unpaid parking ticket. And evading that for like 2 months. But that and technically an avoidance of court, a summoning to court. So Izuku kind of got it rough right now. Izuku already had his lawyer waiting in the wings for bad shit to start happening. And I'm going off of US laws, not Japanese. Or because I don't know Japanese laws. And like the stuff that I found was all in fucking Japanese. So like I was like, I can't read this. So yeah, no, I just kind of stopped. I was like, nah, I'm not about to try and read this. I'm gonna do to some stuff that I do know about. I'm gonna switch it to US law. Why? Because I can. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna. Oh, I forgot to mention the scorpion suit is no longer housed in the business area or the home that Izuku at this point is staying in, which in all reality is just an apartment. Where instead of there being the scorpion suit there is a weird test model of his dummy corporation, which was legit a bait for them to take. Because technically, like, if they even so much just touched that counted as like you stole from my company. So yeah, that's and Izuku didn't say anything about it because it was a bait. So they're gonna have shit on them too. So yeah, Izuku ends up in a cell. He bails himself out of it. But like there is a court summons. But possibilities of him being a vigilante, shit like that. So he does have a ankle monitor and is under house arrest at the moment. Izuku is still allowed to like go do his other job, which is basically, I need to keep my business afloat. But anyways, yeah. That's where we're gonna end it. And yeah. Hope all of you have a nice day. And Selector, if you are watching, remember and know for a fact that I am, how do I say this? Slow on the uptake for this series specifically. Because I've just been getting fucking ideas about weird ass dekus and shit that I could make from old video games that I used to play. Because I like found like a pile of my Xbox 360 games that I like put in a box, shoved in a corner, and forgot about. Oh, so I'm gonna be on my really fucking old games kick. So like, and I've just been into Transformers again. So like, and I mean like the good Transformers games, the ones that don't take place on Earth. But yeah, have a nice day, and yeah, expect a probably another Darkness video. Dark Deku. Yeah. Darkness Deku to be coming out because I enjoy that series. That series make me warm in my stomach. That shit. Mm. But yeah, have a nice day.